This boring steel rectangle might be one of the most important inventions in human history, because without it, almost everything you own would not exist.
Let's go.
There's almost nothing the entire world agrees on, with maybe one exception. This piece of technology. Seriously. Now, I know what you're thinking, but this isn't technology. Look at it. It's a plain metal box. No screens, no code, no AI, no moving parts, just a big dumb rectangle made of steel. Well, my friends, I'll have you know that this technological breakthrough may be the most important invention of the modern world. And you are just looking at it wrong. We've built rockets, we've built the internet, we're building artificial intelligence, and somehow this rectangle is the most impressive, most important, and most critical to human survival. This container quietly reshaped the entire global economy and brought us all together. Before this box existed, global trade didn't really work. Imagine moving everything you own across the ocean. Your clothes, your furniture, your TV. Now imagine instead of packing it, you just handed every item one by one to strangers on a dock. Shoes, hand them over. Plates and dishes, yeah, good luck. Loose socks, gone forever. That was shipping. Put everything in individual boxes or trunks and tie them together in rope, and just cross your fingers that they stay together. Ships just sat in the dock waiting to be loaded. Days, sometimes weeks, being loaded piece by piece, barrel, crates, bags, loose cargo, every item handled separately, every item exposed to theft, damage, and weather. It was chaos. It was slow, it was expensive, and it barely worked. Then, in the 1950s, someone got frustrated by all of it. An American trucking businessman named Malcolm McLean is standing at a port in New Jersey, watching this entire mess unfold. And he has a very simple thought. Not genius, not complex, just why don't we move the whole thing at once? That's it. That's the idea. The breakthrough that changed the world was basically, what if we had one standardized container? No happening, no subscription, no new technology, just box. Instead of unloading everything, you pack it once into one container, seal it, and don't touch it again until it arrives. Breakthrough, I know. And when they actually try this, everything changes. What used to take days now takes hours. What used to cost nearly $6 per ton drops to about 16 cents. That's not improvement, that's a recalibration of an entire system. Port costs fall dramatically, theft drops, damage drops, and suddenly moving goods across the world becomes fast, predictable, and cheap. But here's the real breakthrough. It wasn't just the box. It was that every box was exactly the same, and we all had to agree on that for it to work. Same size, same shape, same locking system. So now a container can move from a truck to a ship to a train, back to a truck, and to a place, without ever being opened. The entire world quietly agrees on one system, like one giant Lego brick. And once that happens, everything clicks. Look around your room, the phone in your hand, the clothes on your body, the furniture on you're sitting on your booty. Almost everything you own and see right now has spent time inside one of these. Designed in one country, built in another, shipped across oceans inside a metal container box. Today, these containers move about 90% of global trade by value, trillions of dollars every year. Massive ships now carry over 20,000 containers at once. There are tens of millions of these boxes constantly moving around the planet continuously. And this is the moment it stops being boring. Because this doesn't just move products. It moves entire economies. Manufacturing shifts across continents. Costs collapse. And suddenly, it becomes cheaper to build something on the other side of the world than in your own country. Entire industries rise. Others completely disappear. Cities grow because of this box, and ports explode. All because one annoyed trucker standardized a box. And here's the part that most people miss. Without this box, globalization as you know it doesn't happen. Not slower, not smaller. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. And the craziest part, most people have no idea this even happened. Because it doesn't look important. There's no dramatic invention moment, no big reveal. It's just quiet. But that's what real power looks like. It's not loud. It's not obvious. Systems, things that sit in the background, quietly running everything. And you only notice them when they break. Like during the pandemic, when ports got clogged, when ships were stuck offshore, when containers stopped moving. The world didn't just slow down. It stalled completely because of how important this invention, these containers are. Shipping prices exploded. Some routes jumped from a few $1,000s to over $20,000 per container. Products disappeared, factories shut down, prices surged because one invisible system, centrally located with this box, that normally works perfectly, just stopped working. And suddenly, everyone felt it. That's the hidden power of this container. It's so simple, so boring, so invisible that you never think about it until it's gone. Now tell me that's not technology. It still looks like nothing. No intelligence, no complexity on the surface, just a metal box that locks. But you never think something this simple could control something this big. But that's usually how it works. The most powerful systems in the world don't normally look powerful. They look simple. A letter, a line on a map, a decision, or just a box. And once you see it, now you can't unsee it. The one thing we can all agree on in this whole world is a shipping container. Welcome to Hidden Power.